I saw the video of you talking about SZA's vocals. It brought you to tears.
Yeah. She's created a new thing, and it's inspiring for me. When I hear her voice, when I imagine it.
Really, even now, thinking about it?
Yeah, when I think about it, I like hear it in my head, and it's like very powerful for me. So I just am very thankful for what she's given to my projects in the past and now, and like.
Have you ever told her this? She gets it. Have you said that to her?
I texted her a few times recently, but I mean, I want to tell her this more often. I just don't want to be weird.
This episode of IRL Podcast is powered by Boost Mobile. She is one of the most unpredictable, genre-bending, conversation-sparking artists of our time. From viral beginnings on the internet to Grammy wins and worldwide tours, she's proven that she cannot be boxed in. She will not. She is a rapper, singer, songwriter, performer, artist. She has built a career by breaking rules and creating her own lane, and has a new amazing album that is such a vibe called Vie. Please welcome Doja Cat!
Hey.
Hi, boo!
Hi.
Welcome to In Real Life.
Thank you for having me.
No, I'm so happy to have you. What season are we in right now? Because I'm trying to feel all the vibes where you're at. If I go off the album, I feel that you're having fun. You may or may not be in love. You are, this is just what album vibes is giving.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just free for you. Tell me, what season?
It's romance season.
Is it romance season?
Yes.
Okay.
Like it feels like, I don't know, I think I've just always been a romantic. And I love to write about it. And so it just ended up being the entirety of this project.
Okay, so Vie is the name of the album, which is Life.
Yes.
Which is French, of course. Inspired by have you spent time in France recently, or just?
There's something about one. I mean, I've had French ex-boyfriends, but I think that also like French culture, kind of like in the last, I mean, forever. It's always been there's something very romantic about that, and very sexy. And I think like when you think of like a kissing, you think of French kissing, and like it's just. I don't know. There was something there for me that I feel like connected with the emotions and the feeling of the album. Maybe a little bit with the visuals, of course, but I think I wanted the 80s to really be the main foundation, and then sort of lay on some sprinkles of French romanticism.
When you make an album like this and you're in your head and you're having the French fantasy and the love and the romanticizing and all of it, and then you put it out for the world, you're like, here's my baby.
Yeah.
And then people look at it, criticize it, analyze it.
Yeah.
What does that feel like?
Well, okay. So going off of you saying that, like, it's kind of like having a baby. It's like you have a baby and you like want to, and you love it so much, but you also want to share it with your family, or you want to share it with your friends. You want them to all love this baby with you. And sometimes it's like, maybe like when I look at things on the internet of like people doing reviews of it, I get a lot of like, that's a really cute baby. And then I get some people who are like, I don't know. I just like I don't really like kids, or like it's like drooling too much, or like I don't think it has like a weird.
Doesn't have enough hair.
It looks like an old man.
Yeah. How dare you?
Yeah. It doesn't have enough hair. Yeah. Exactly. So that there's sort of
that would send me, if I put my baby on the internet and they said my baby was like looked like an old man, that would send me into a immediate rage.
Maybe. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I think also though, which is your feelings are always valid, but at the same time, when you look at your baby, you know that you love it so much unconditionally, and that there's nothing that could take you away from that, and that you feel so confident and loving of your child. And that's that's motherhood.
You're going to be a great mom one day.
Oh my God. But that's, and I mean, to switch it up and be quite literal and just get to the point, like that's artistry.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're an artist, yes, you can doubt your work sometimes. Maybe you'll be scared something can happen to, I'll go back to the metaphor, but something will happen to your baby. Like maybe it'll turn out to have, you know, like cognitive issues or something, but like you still love your child. And I still love my work no matter what, because I know that I love it. Maybe there's been times where I've made something and I've been like, I wish I could like fix this here and this, that, or whatever. But I look back at everything and I'm like, I love what I've done. And I love what I'm doing. And I love this album. I really do.
That's so great. We asked this, we usually start, and I got distracted because we were talking about the album, but we usually start in real life. In real life, how happy are you in your life right now on a scale of 1 to 10? Or today?
Man, it comes and goes. I think I'm all right. I'm happy that I have the outlets that I have to heal. Like I go to therapy twice a week.
You do?
Yeah, I have therapy twice a week. Sometimes it's hard to go physically because a whole lot of reasons. But that makes me feel good and that I'm making the right choice. But yeah, there's moments where I mean, during this whole thing and like the choices that I've made have also made me feel kind of bad. Like going on Twitter, like I'll go on Twitter or I'll like, the worst thing is when I wake up in the morning and I open my phone up because then it's like harder for me to get out of bed. And it's like, it kind of sucks the life out of you, like being on there. And then you kind of.
That today?
I didn't. Oh, you know, maybe a little bit. I could have. I think it was just hard for me to get out of bed. No, I don't think I doom scroll. I didn't doom scroll today.
Call it doom scroll?
Yeah, it's called doom scrolling.
Oh, I hate that for you.
You know, it's fine. But it's okay. And that's going to happen again, too. It's going to happen 100,000 more times, possibly.
What have you learned about how to manage that, though? Because if you go to therapy twice a week, you have to like, by the way, I'm doing it I go once a week, no matter what, good or bad. Like, I have a great week. I still do it. That's how much I believe in it.
Yeah.
I just think it's like opportunity to get to know yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever. Get to know yourself, the good, the bad, all of the things. So twice a week is interesting, though. That's like that's like a level up.
Yeah. I'm trying to make sure.
What are you trying to make sure?
I don't know. That I'm all right. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm talking about everything that I need to talk about. And also just I'm excited to get to know myself. I think that's a big thing in therapy is like you got to get to know yourself. I feel like that's kind of what we all sort of go through. We learn things and we lock into these things that don't benefit us because of an experience that we had or multiple experiences that we had as a child.
What was your childhood like?
Oh my God.
I know, we want to go to... You don't.
What a mercy.
Too much. Too much?
I mean, it's not, this isn't for I don't know what this is for.
This is for a full documentary?
This might be for a documentary.
Okay, give me like a mini version of
I
that.
had a fun childhood. I had a very tough childhood. I mean, I think growing up like with a single mother is a hard thing to do. And
how many kids did she have too?
5.
Wow.
5. I could never. She's incredible, like the strongest mother. But like it taught me a lot of things. And I think it also made me in some form stronger.
I'm going to take these off. I want to see them.
Yeah. Are those prescription?
No, it's to cover when I have bags under my eyes.
Oh, no. You look absolutely stunning.
Thank you,
Unbelievably good.
Stop.
Hey guys, you ever sign up for a phone plan thinking, wow, this is a great price? And then a few months later, it's like, surprise, this bill is higher. With Boost Mobile, you pay $25 a month. forever. That's unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25 a month. So no price hikes, no contract, forever. Plus, Boost Mobile is now a legit nationwide 5G network. They have invested billions building 5G towers across the country. So visit boostmobile.com or head to your local Boost store today and get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever. 5G speeds not available in all areas. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
But I mean, yeah, it's made me stronger, if anything. And so
I'm single mom, so I get it too. But I'm single mom, only child, 1-bedroom apartment. And even still, I don't know how she did that. She's working. I'm running around being a lunatic. She's navigating a crazy little daughter and her one child. 5 children is like...
That's, yeah. And I mean, when it's 5 children, everyone's sort of broken apart because it's a lot of children and no help. And not to say there was no help. I had a lot of aunties. A lot of aunties, especially growing up in the ashram.
How do they feel about the level of success that you've achieved? Like, how
she's so supportive.
Your mom.
She's so proud. And she tells me like every other day, she's like, I'm so proud of you. And I'm so excited. And I love your dress. I love the thing you did with the song. And I love everything. She's like that every other day. So
you
that's
put her in
good.
your video.
Yeah. And then I put her in my video.
She's in the video.
And
she really did.
No.
Tell me about that day.
You only get like 2 seconds of that. And when she was on set, she came into set like totally fine. She was just really happy to see me, lots of smiles. And then like we talked a little bit, then we got in front of camera. I helped kind of dress her a little bit to make it feel like the mom that I know. She looked like the mom I know. Yeah, she looked like she was just evolved and incredible. And she say it. No, it's dumb. I don't want to say that.
Come on.
She hit my vape.
Mom.
It's like I didn't know that she was like that. I didn't know that she would come in front of camera and like I was like, who are you? Because she like really was. If you look at all of the whatever playback that we have, she's like just really giving like,
serving.
Like she was, and I was like, oh, that's why I do that. Half as good. That's why I do that.
The teacher has arrived.
And I was like, okay, that's where it comes from. I didn't know. I always knew when she did her makeup in front of the mirror that she was always like, but like I didn't know like in front of a camera that she would absolutely ace every single take. Even while they were doing her makeup and we were kind of just watching the live and it wasn't recording or anything, she was still serving. Like they were doing her makeup. She, like, no way. What?
Oh.
It blew my mind.
How great moment is that though? Like when you think about our lives, that will be a moment that you will have that forever with your mom.
Yeah.
You'll have the visuals of that and the experience of that will light you up like forever.
It's amazing.
Your mom is for sure gonna want to be in more things now.
Well, yeah. Well, now I just want to like dress her all the time and bring her everywhere. And like, I mean, I always do, but I loved having her on set with me. And it's something that I'm not scared of anymore.
How has she managed watching her baby, because fame is ups and downs and you've had moments where people are coming for your neck or you're arguing with people or you're in the highs or the lows of whatever. The ups and downs of fame and the weirdness that
She
causes.
She calls me and she'll just like make sure I'm okay. And she'll text me and she'll be like, don't listen to what they're saying, babe. Stuff like that.
Does she ever check you? Does she ever say, I don't love that you did that?
No, she doesn't. And you can see that I never really got checked, but sometimes I definitely act like I've never been checked. So
who can check you? Can anyone check you? You need somebody to check you.
Yeah, I get checked. I definitely get checked. And not by my mom, but like I get checked.
Team?
Yeah, no, my friends.
Friends.
Yeah. And my team's good at that sometimes. I have to check them to check me. So I'll have to be like, I need this from you. I need you to tell me that I'm doing this because this is, I'm embarrassed by this thing that I did. And in order to keep things afloat, I need some form of, like, and I have incredible support from my team.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, that's all you could really ask for. But I feel like there's something really important about, like, them also checking you and making sure that, not just being like, oh, you're so funny all the time. And like being like, you're the funniest person I know. You look amazing in a trash bag. You're the perfect.
But how do you deal with that, though? How are you with criticism or feedback that maybe you disagree with? Are you open to that?
I don't love being stroked. And sometimes maybe I am stroked, or I'm kidding. I get stroked, and people kind of, like when I experience that, I don't love it. And it makes me scared. I get afraid when something doesn't feel like a genuine.
Because you're looking for truth.
Yeah.
You want truth more than something sweet.
Yeah. And I know, like, laughter comes from nervousness sometimes. So if somebody's laughing at everything I say, then I'm like, well, they're probably fucking, like, nervous. And, like, they're just trying to, like, figure out how to do this shit. And so that's fine.
I hate that when people laugh all the time.
At everything. Me too. I don't like it either because I feel bad for that part. I then start to feel like, well, I mean, at least they're laughing their way through it. Like, there's some, but like, I can't be around that.
Yeah.
That's
so funny. I've never really heard somebody else say that. That definitely makes me uncomfortable. I have family members that do it.
It's
I'm like,
too much.
Not that funny.
Nothing is that funny.
Nothing is that funny.
Or
Just
nobody is that funny.
Why is that funny at all?
Yeah, that's not
It's
funny.
annoying you right now.
Just thinking about it pisses me off. Like, I can't even hide it. It really does.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey guys, today's show is brought to you by Hard Rock Bet. Hard Rock Bet is a sportsbook app, and it's a really simple sportsbook app if you just want to see what everyone's talking about, or if you don't even really care about the game, but you want to make it a little more interesting. You could just bet a buck or two, very easy. And one Hard Rock Bet player last week turned a $3 bet into over $29,000 in winnings. And if you want to see more wins like that, or you just want to see what I'm talking about, you can follow at Hard Rock Bet on social. Football season is still going, so if you want to try your first bet on Hard Rock Bet, you can get $150 bonus bets if you win. Just place a $5 bet, and if that hits, you get not only your winnings, but you get $150 in extra bonus bets. And since it's Wednesday, if you're already betting on Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app, you know what that means. It's the last day to use your legendary reward drops. Open up the app today and you could have a bonus bet, or who knows what's in there, all kinds of stuff. And it's always a nice surprise. So new rewards drop tomorrow. Don't miss out. Head over to the Hard Rock Bet app and make your deposit.
Then
Speaking of funny, the last time I spoke to you, we did this Harper's Bazaar magazine interview, and you said that you wanted to do stand-up.
yes,
That you actually were funny.
there was.
So maybe you actually are funny.
I think I can be funny.
You can be funny.
Yeah.
You haven't done it though, huh?
No.
It doesn't feel like the era right now. It doesn't kind of go with the...
You know, there might be a time, but I just, honestly, if it was any time to do it, it would be now.
Really?
Yeah, because there's something about the 80s and like stand-up comedy.
It's giving like 80s... it's like somewhere between...
Richard Pryor,
Eddie Murphy. Delirious, all leather, color leather outfit.
Yes.
You're coming out with the color. I can absolutely see this for you.
Like, that makes me think of that.
Will you do that?
I feel like that would be really fun to do something like some sort of content piece and like film something that feels kind of vintage, but like do like a
little
thing.
comedy piece. I think you should do it. I think you have it in you.
Could be fun.
And then people will be laughing for a reason.
Yeah.
And make everybody feel better. Okay, let's talk about what's important. Well, so I have some in real life questions. These are just art in real life. Bowl. Grab one.
What is the hardest lesson you learned in this life?
You can go to the next one if you feel like there might be a better one.
I think that's a great question.
Okay, good.
Okay. What is the hardest lesson you learned in this life? The hardest lesson I learned in this life is that I am a grown woman with a child on the inside, and that I need to mitigate that child, or there actually is 3 people. And I don't mean this in any sort of like harsh diagnosis of like, I don't have a condition. It's just the reality is that I am now an adult, but there is a younger girl who's taking care of an even younger girl. So there's a baby, but this one is the one that I need to take control of. And this lesson is still something I'm still learning.
Oh my God. I need that in my life. What is that?
There's a bratty teenager who lashes out and does
That's
things.
your middle?
That's the middle.
Is that like a middle child?
This is my protector.
Okay.
So this is my defense system. And I need to figure out how to control that defense system, because it gets in the way of my success. It gets in the way of things that are good for me. And it's not permanent. It's something that can really, truly be healed. But that's something that that's the hardest lesson.
Huh. Do you think this is everybody has this, or this is just you?
I think a lot of people have it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people.
I mean, we hear people talk about talking to their inner child and their whatever, but I've never really heard it that way.
When you see people who are doing things that are damaging to themselves, damaging to their future, damaging to their relationships, it's usually because they are resorting to a defense that has worked for them when they were really little, and it doesn't work for them now because it's not in relation to what is the issue that they're trying to fix now.
Got it.
It's a thing that they just know that because that was like the biggest horrible thing that happened to them when they were little. And so they're like, okay, if this is going to help, then I'm going to use this later.
For the rest of my life.
Yes.
Yes. When you no longer need it.
Yeah.
That's so good.
That's a little bit of me in a nutshell.
You fucking bodied that question. I mean, you took that to the next level.
Thank you.
The middle one of you, is she the one who sometimes says things that get people riled up?
Yeah.
Or, yes.
100%. 100%.
So then, do you shy away from that, or is that part of who you really like? If you removed that person, is it really still you then, or
well, you don't remove them. You don't remove them. You give them a sense of direction, and you recognize before they step forward. And so that instead of them getting up out of their seat and having to be like this, you go, no, you can sit down.
Yeah.
Just sit down.
Do you think you used her as a way, especially when you got thrown into fame, right? It was like noisy a lot, right, at the time. So she probably came to your defense.
Yeah. Yeah, she was my protector.
So she shows up.
100%.
She wants to argue with people on the internet. She wants to stand up for herself. She wants to say whatever the fuck she means about how you receive it.
Yeah.
That kind of tracks.
Yeah.
So how do you manage her now? Because this is like an evolved version of you. Now you're not the same person. Well, maybe you are, but you evolved and grown and
sure, but
matured
it's in there.
Yeah.
It's in there. 100%. Yeah. I think it's like. See, this is why it's hard, because I'm now trying to explain what it looks like when it happens. So if, for instance, I feel threatened by something and I see the threat, I go, what has this made me feel like? And then I remember my reactions in the past. And then I choose accordingly what that response should be.
Yeah. I get it.
Sometimes when you're scared, it's like you feel threatened, you just see red. and you just don't, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Like you just get locked into a spot. But I think that's sort of a way to do it. Another fun way to do it. I have a toy in my purse.
What is it?
Not like that.
Oh,
But it's a toy.
Spicy.
you say you're romantic.
It's a like a littlest pet shop cat. Like so basically my therapist taught me this. You take a toy from your childhood and you keep it in your pocket, or you keep it in your purse, or you put something that it reminds you of your childhood, something that you can touch. And that'll help you in the beginning stage of reminding yourself that you're a little kid. You're a little kid. And so it's really, it's helped a lot, because there's times where I don't feel like I'm in a defense mode or anything like that. And I just see it. I just see that there's like a little plastic cat in my bag or on a dresser or something in my house. I had a bunch of them. And I'll like look at it and be like, that does happen to me, doesn't it? It's like someone standing there, almost like an angel standing there and telling you, like, by the way, you could be an asshole. And that's like important. I think that's like a really useful way to deal with stuff like that.
Huh. Do you ever have, after one of those moments, I don't know what comes up after that. So you have one of those moments. I'm sure sometimes you're like, I said what I said, bitch, I said what I said. But I'm sure there are times where you probably, a little remorse about maybe how a message was delivered. I think about you had a thing with your fans recently where you said, you know what I'm talking about.
No.
There was a thing that happened with the fan, and there was people that unfollowed.
Right.
Because it was received as, you don't care about your fans.
So that situation is exactly this that we're talking about. This was a moment of
tell me.
So I don't like telling people my business. I guess do one thing that you fear every day. So I guess honestly, nah, fuck that. Well, okay. So this was an instance of that. This was me feeling like, if I feel like people can come up to me and either hold my arm or hug me or give me a kiss on the cheek or offer me a gift, if I feel like I've given everybody a pass to do that, that in my mind looks like people tearing at my skin and ripping off my hair and tearing at my clothes. It looks like hell to me. And that means I have no boundaries. And I had to set a boundary. However, I wasn't in my right mind at that moment to express that. I had waited so many days because I have such an issue with setting boundaries for myself. I usually am very like, yes, like come, like hug, touch, be.
Take whatever you want.
Take whatever you want. I have a family. Like, you know what I mean? That's me. And so I've had a really hard time setting boundaries. When I saw the virality in the way that whole thing happened, I thought that meant, okay, everybody, it's your turn. And so I thought that if I stepped out of my house, something would happen to me. All irrational fear, all based on my own personal experience. And that was a trigger for me. And I, instead of being like, hey, by the way, don't do this, I said, don't fucking touch me. If any of you ever come up to me and touch me, you're done. Like I went like this, I puffed my chest out, I did that. Instead of closing the door, I kicked it and the knob fell off. And so now the door is fully open. And now I'm the least protected that I could. If anything, I sabotaged and I made it so that I couldn't be protected at all, because it was an overreaction, but a valid overreaction, but still not excusable, right? It's more, there's a lot of kind of twists and turns to it, but it was a poorly handled situation.
Yeah.
In conclusion.
I get that though, and I get how you could get there in that moment.
Yeah.
But when something happens and it is a poorly handled, is there remorse about it? Is there a desire to want to clear it up, or it is what it is?
So what happens with me is this sort of thing will happen. I'll be like, oh, fuck you, and then I'll go, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything's okay, you guys. It's okay. Like, that's my condition. That's sort of how that works. There's a word for it, but I could be my next challenge is like opening up about those things and saying what that is. But that's sort of the way that I operate. My remorse levels, I do have remorse, and it's very quick. It's very like jump straight to the way that when it comes to, I think during the moment, nada, because I'm seeing red and I just don't care. I just don't care. But when I see the effect that it has, that's when I start to, the chemicals change and I feel wrong, and I know that it needs to be corrected. Because at the end of the day has to end, but I know that I need help. And I know that I can hurt people. I can. With my words, with my actions, I know that I can. And so anything that I can do to mitigate and help those things, I'm gonna do, and that is therapy.
So what would you want, and I don't know if you've had this conversation directly with your fans at any point on a live or whatever, but have you ever like addressed, because a bystander of that could be somebody who's a big fan and thinks they're lumped into a moment that you had with one other person. Was there, that's what I'm wondering, if there's ever a moment to clarify? Or...
Anything that I do to one individual is between me and that individual, or anything we do to each other is between us. And it has nothing, like, if it's me, I'm gonna be smart. I think it's always between the two people that the issue needs to be resolved. When you put it on social media, it becomes a performative thing. What I was doing when I reacted in the way that I reacted was performative. It was me being like, look how big I am. Look how strong I am. That's me. That's an example of me doing that very thing. Apologizing to somebody on the internet is the same, you know what I mean?
Performance.
Please don't, like, it's being like, please don't leave me. Please don't please don't, like, let
me show you what a good person is.
Let me show you how good I am. This is what I like. This is what I do. This is who I am. Look, I'm not the kind of person that loves to do that. There's been times where I've done some like sort of performative stuff like that. And I was just sort of discovering who I was and trying to figure out what I wanted to do. But I don't like doing stuff like that. So I was face to face with this person, and they're just lovely. Just a human being who is fabulous and very likable. And so, yeah, and that is that's where I feel happy and satiated and comfortable, is when there's closure between me and that person.
So you had closure there.
Yeah.
This might sound crazy. I find that to be really inspiring, because I think in this world we are, like, a lot of us are
prone to be people pleasers, especially in social age world where perception or how we present is really important to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you know what your internal is doing, is it always necessary to lay it out for people or have a performance piece to kind of make people feel that? Yeah, it's interesting to me.
You don't have to, but I think also those choices come from a place that's not just like non-existent. It comes from a place of either you feel guilty or you feel like you need to fix something and you need to fix it fast, or you know what I mean? Or it comes from a place of possibly insecurity when somebody is like, I need people to know that and insecurity is human, and being unsure is human, and being scared is human. It's just how you navigate and how much you're keeping up with it and being consistent. So sometimes it's hard to be, you can't work out every single day of your entire life for the rest of your life. But if you get enough of it, then you'll be great. And you'll feel beautiful.
Did you ever feel, I was thinking of something else that I had heard somebody say about you, or on the line, something stupid online. It's like it's a misconception that, any misconception, I just wonder, do you ever want to clean those up? Like somebody sees some different imagery, and then somebody who works in the store thinks you worship the dead. Is it inside of you to ever clear something like that up, or you just kind of let that be fester in the world as it wants to?
I think about it a lot.
Really?
I think about it almost every day.
What part of it?
Every single part, every time, every pinpoint of when that's happened to me down my career.
Yeah,
it's happened a lot, and I think it's not for me to prove to people who cannot or don't wish to listen. It's the harsh reality, but I'd like to stay there. And I feel comfortable there because there's so many other great things happening that I can, instead of ruminating, I can choose to express maybe the way I feel about that thing with music, or with an outfit, or with a painting, or with something. Being creative is really a good outlet for addressing to me personally. But unless somebody asks all the beautiful questions the way you do, I mean, then maybe I can discuss it.
Yeah.
But I also I don't ever want to say something that, and I can't, I'm telling you, like in the past, I could not talk. I still honestly am learning how to talk.
You're wonderful at it.
Sometimes I can talk really well, but there's times where if I have a camera on me and there's like a person who's talking to me and I'm distracted by something, or if I had a bad day or something, like all the things in the biome have to fall together correctly, or else I can't speak the way that I wish I spoke. Like when I'm laying in bed with the lights off and I'm like thinking, and I'm like, damn, I should have said that. You know?
I killed that shit.
Yeah, like, I killed that shit.
You're so smart. People should hear you say this.
That's exactly what I think.
I know exactly what you mean.
It happens so much.
By the way, I feel the same
why
way.
can't I say it like that?
I don't always say it the way I want to say it. Even when I have a guest, you're coming in and it's like, oh, Doja, there's so many things I want to say, so many things I want to ask her. But then you get in the chair and you're like, yeah, so
this is like a great environment. I don't know why. It just is.
Baby.
I love you and it's great.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
So it's like I think I could talk about those things. Everything.
I have one question about those things. Because when you talk about that specifically, because I did hear somebody say, oh, she worships the devil. I was like, what are you talking about? That's, one does not equal two. However, I am curious about, what is your relationship with God, religion?
I believe in a higher power. I believe that there's something going on. I don't know what. And I don't want to question it, I don't follow any formula of any sort of traditional thing. I mean, I celebrate Christmas. But like,
In a non-traditional way, I'm sure.
In a non-traditional way.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think it also does a massive good for me to believe that there is something bigger than myself. Because that's where you get lost.
Yeah. It's really surprising to me that you're not, because you're so thoughtful in how you operate in the world, and you've done so much work on yourself, and I don't know, it just surprises me that you haven't narrowed down your connection to spirituality, God, whatever.
It's a lifelong process. It really is. I think it's just a learning process. I've had issues with things like drinking and things like that. And that's sort of, those two things are in the same park for me, because it's like, if I don't believe that there's something bigger, then I'm always going to fall to here. And I think sometimes on impulse, maybe if I'm celebrating, I know it always gets messy when I celebrate, but it's been a very long time since I've been like sad, like, oh God, I need a glass of wine, sort of sad. So,
What happens?
and it happens. And I mean, but
by the way, this whole,
I also could
with
be
the
fucking
gloves,
lying.
you're giving the gloves and the gloves
make me feel so
it feels
good.
so
I feel-
impressive. It's so good.
I just feel like, you know, no, yeah.
There is a question in that bowl that says, if God were to text you right now, what would it say in your mind? I mean, even that, it's good.
I love that. He would probably say, you're doing great. He'd go, wow. And he'd also go, be careful. LOL.
Not
Idiot.
the LOL.
He'd go, be careful, idiot. LOL. Yeah. And he'd go, wow, good job though. Sounds nice.
That's a great text.
Yeah.
You should save that somewhere in your phone.
That question is brilliant.
Oh, thank you. What do you have to be careful of right now?
I think what
waters are you? What waters are you?
I think just impulses. Again,
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot now, and it's helped me like move forward in ways that like I've been a lot more. Even if you ask my fans, like it's funny because they'll compare Scarlet to V, and the eras and the way that I spoke during Scarlet. There's one specific one, I don't know if I can remember, but I said something like, if you don't like my album cover, fuck you. It's amazing. And you can eat a dick, like something like that.
Nice.
And then when I was talking about like V and everything, I was like, you guys, V is an album about blah, 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 blah. And this is my album cover. And this is why this means a lot to me. And so it's kind of like
Two different worlds.
Yeah.
And the gloves really go.
Yeah.
I feel like you should wear these, a different version of these.
See if I can get some more colors.
You
Brett.
should definitely get more colors.
Yeah.
Okay,
These are my
I have some in real life of my own. Number one, in real life, what are you proudest of yourself for?
I'm most proud of. I'm most proud of my growth. I think I'm most proud of like I was like, damn, I hate going to vocal lessons. And I'm trying to figure out a way around the puzzle of making it like fun to do. And then I got there, and now I'm doing it, and then my voice got better. And I'm proud of that growth. That's more specific, but I'm proud of my growth. I'm proud of the way I've given care and love to my instrument.
I could see how much you care about it. Like I guess everybody can, how much effort and stuff. Even the other day I was telling you, I saw the video of you talking about SZA's vocals. Still brings, and it brought you to tears.
Yeah.
What was happening? I was like, she really like cares about this. And is it SZA, or was it the music, or was it?
Well, why do you have to ask me this?
Why?
No. It's a good question. Thank you. So SZA's voice, for me personally, there's something she has. I think it's just stylistically for me, but then also everything she's done on her own. Sorry, everything she's done on her own has been absolutely. It's like she's created a new thing, and it's inspiring for me. And to hear her on my music, and the way that her voice intertwines with the selection that I've made for the beats, and just the way the production falls, she's always fell perfectly into place, and also has kind of given my work a new form of life, or like a different glow that I didn't see before. And when I hear her voice, when I imagine it,
really, even now, just thinking about it?
Yeah, when I think about it, I like hear it in my head, and it's like very powerful for me. And so I just am very thankful for what she's given to my projects in the past and now, and like,
have you ever told
she
her
gets
this?
it.
Have you said that to her?
I texted her a few times recently, but I mean, I want to tell her this more often. I just don't want to be weird. I don't want to be a freak.
No.
I think about it, and I like want to say something. I've said it, and so I want to just be chill. I think we're both like very shy, and so it's hard to kind of connect deeper. I think we are very like, it takes a lot to like be very, very close with somebody and then also work with them. You want to balance it so that things don't get, off balance. But yeah.
That is so sweet though.
I love her.
No, I clearly. And I'm sure she knows. Who else do you love like that? Do other artists do that, or is that a rare kind of a rare experience for you to have that reaction?
There's other artists that I feel that way about, but not with SZA because I've collaborated with her.
And
but there's artists that
awards you've got, and you won an award with her, and you've had success with her.
Yes, yeah. Gaga is another one that does that to me. I went to see her live recently. And me and my creative director, Brett, we were like, I was sobbing, and I think he was all. Were you also sobbing with your mouth
sobbing,
open?
Brett?
Yes, it was.
Yes, he was.
I think his mouth was hanging open, and he was like screaming, crying. I was also, and
what is that though? What it's why? Can you explain that? Like,
I can't. You know what? That's why it makes me cry so much, because I can't explain it. All I can really tell you is that I am absolutely inspired. I'm moved constantly, and I'm proud, and I'm so happy for where she's made it to, and how she orchestrates her creative, and her voice is something that is incredibly unique and just very, very lovely to hear. And I just am so inspired by her, and her also. I think
the sobbing went on, I would imagine, for a significant amount of time.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I cry like that. But
It's so funny because you're like such a hard badass in certain ways.
I try
and
to
then
be.
you're like a ball of mush in the other ways.
I know, I am. I know, and I don't like to show that, but I should maybe.
You have to show that it's the full picture. You can't just show a little piece of the picture.
I know. She the way that she treats people, when it comes to her fans, when it comes to just people on the street or really anybody, the way she talks, it's something that I wish to aspire to. Mm-hmm. And I talk about that in therapy. And that's something that now everybody is going to know. But she has a great heart. And that's my favorite thing about her, I think. Her music is fabulous. I don't even really listen to her music that much. I'll be honest. I don't.
It's her as a...
It's her as a person that draws me to her. But the music is just a bonus. Mm-hmm. And so I really am happy to be alive in a time seeing that.
Does it ever resonate for you that people feel the same way about you?
I don't ever think about that. No.
There's somebody for sure at every one of these shows you're about to have. There will be somebody in the audience that will have that same reaction to you.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
How does that sit with is that uncomfortable for you? Or?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I hope so. I hope I can be a positive influence for people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. When I do things that are positive, I hope that those are things that influence people positively.
You know what's so interesting? I had this thought, you were just talking now, and I was like, oh, she really is like a mush. She has like a soft, mushy side. And then I think about the other side of that we were talking about before, how you say what you mean and you don't want to there's certain things you shouldn't have to do. And then I wonder, if you were a man, would it be expected for you to have to be performative and apologize or have remorse? Or, like when I think about artists like, I don't know, Rick James or, I don't know, we're talking about that era and stuff like that. But
God.
when I'm just saying there's so many, as men, they get out there, they talk their shit, they're artists, they're like, I mean, Prince was notorious for, but like, everybody sit down.
Yeah.
Get off my stage, you can't dance.
Yeah.
Like he was a little ruthless in that type of way.
Yeah.
But I wonder if more sensitivity expected from you or women in general.
Yeah, also that was such a different, right? That was a different time. Mm-hmm. So everybody couldn't put their opinion right in front of your face. Like, oh, this is what I think of you. They had to literally find you. Physically.
Yeah.
So
you would have thrived in that time. My God.
I think that I might have. Yeah. Maybe. I hope.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like I like to, I don't know, I was sitting on the toilet the other day and I thought,
nice.
I was thinking, I'm not trying to run for president. I just want to make music. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people look at music like this is a competitive sport. I also verbatim saw I saw someone write that. They said, this is a competitive sport. People better be ready. And I'm like, but it's not that for everyone. What? Like, what? This is it's like a spiritual thing. And not all the time. Maybe for some people it is, actually. Which is totally fine. That's totally fine. That's entertaining. That's cool. But I think it starts to get blurred and people think that it's like that for everyone and that everybody's like trying, like out for each other and trying to like take each other down and like that there's panic and chaos everywhere and everyone needs to be defensive and protect and like it's not like that for everyone. And I just want, that's something I think I want my fans to take away. If there's any of my young fans who like want to make music, I think a big one is to know that like it doesn't have to be that way for you. You can just like make music and like do whatever you want. You're good. Like you're not immediately associated with everyone just because of this, that, and the third. You can just be in your own thing.
Where do you hope, like, or do you even think about that? I don't know. Where does your life or your what you put in the world, where do you hope it lands with people?
I think I want my fans to feel like that everything doesn't have to be so streamlined and formulaic, and that you can really do whatever you want, and you don't have to be, it's not up to other people to tell you how to express yourself. It's up to you. Mm-hmm. Feels kind of like cliche, but I know, like, in the past I've made a lot of albums that all the songs sounded so different on them. There was really no kind of consistency whatsoever, and I always like, oh, I don't like that. But I was like, I like these songs individually. I just don't feel like it's a consistent album. I've always felt like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But Scarlet started to get a little more cohesive, but not really. Even then, it was just like, what the fuck is that? There's a lot of songs, like Sore Thumb. They just like stood out with a sore thumb.
Really cohesive.
This was very cohesive for me, yes, in comparison. But I think, like, I mean, when it comes to music, I hope that they take that away, that, like, music is really just music. You can paint however you want to paint. You can express however, you can design however you want to design. And if it makes you happy, that's kind of all that matters. And that's like, literally, that's the best I can. And that does ring really true to me. So hopefully they take that from it. And also be weird. Like, you're gonna be cringe whether you like it or not, probably, to someone.
Lean into the weird.
The people who think that they're not cringe and that they've got it all together, like, there's a group of people looking at them going,
ew.
Eek. But they probably look back at that group of people and they're probably like, eek. So, like, at the end of the day,
who cares?
It doesn't matter. People are gonna think you're lame.
What can somebody?
And that's okay.
Somebody's gonna think you're lame.
Multiple people are gonna be like, you suck, and you didn't even do anything wrong. You can do anything.
I kind of wish I could do that more. How does somebody lean into their weird bag? Like, let your freak flag fly.
Well, it's a development. I think, like, not my weirdness isn't a development. It's something that maybe it was a development. Yeah, I think it's part of
my
like
weirdness. First of all, you're not weird.
Yeah, well, no, I'm definitely
weird.
I'm fucking kooky. I'm so different. Like, I'm mad different. So, but no, I think that, like, you don't have to be weird either. You can be totally not weird. You can just be whatever you want. I think it's, like, also subjective. Like, someone might be like, that's weird that they're wearing head to toe Adidas. Like, that doesn't, like, that person's weird to me. And then the person wearing the Adidas is looking at the person who's wearing Aloe, Nike, Adidas, Puma, head to toe, and that person's like, they're
fucking
like
weirdo.
They're like, why would you mix all of that?
Yeah.
But, like, that's a cute outfit, and so is that.
Yeah.
That's intentional. So is that. You know? So it's kind of like, that's just how it is. I don't think to lean into your weirdness is to be trusting of your surroundings, or maybe comfortable, trusting of yourself.
Having fun, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's also bad weird, which we can discuss.
Laughing all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
yes,
the bad
that's
weird.
Definitely a bad weird. In real life, how often do you think about your legacy? You are a legacy artist. I expect a good answer here.
Once every 3 to 4 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
And what does it look like? What is the...
I'm, like, old and singing pretty good. And I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, I got a dog and a husband.
The husband.
Yeah.
Maybe I have kids. I don't know. This world is very scary. I don't know if I'd want to bring kids into this world. But, you know, I think, my legacy. Oh, no. I don't think I really think about that.
Really?
I just see myself kind of old and round, and I'm like singing. And I got on like a big fur coat. That's my legacy.
You're going to have great stories.
Thanks. Yeah.
You're going to have great stories then. The time when when my whole team was freaking out because I did or whatever.
I have good stories now.
I bet. I bet. You're going to have amazing stories after this tour. Have a great time on tour. It's going to be so exciting.
Thank you.
Anything we should leave the people with what? What should they know? What should they expect coming?
I start tour for Asia, Australia in November, December. And then I'm out there for a little bit. And then I come back. I do my U.S. tour. I'm touring till December of next year.
Shit.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And therapy twice a week still happens?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure somebody will be in the crowd and be as moved by you as you are moved
Thank you.
by your favorites.
Thank you.
And you're wonderful today. Thank you so much. Doja Cat in real life.
This is Doja Cat in real life.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and check out all of the other episodes we have on Angie Martinez IRL podcast.